Hi, entrepreneurs. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about your project because Shark Tank is this Thursday, and I told you guys I was going to be making a video. So here it is. An entrepreneur is somebody who goes into business for themselves. So this week, you are entrepreneurs. You are going into business for yourself. You hopefully have a pretty good idea of what your product or your service is going to be to sell. At the Shark Tank on Thursday. So I wanted to go over a couple of vocabulary words with you that are in the slideshow so you're not like, what does this mean? I don't know, I don't remember. And you can do it on your own and not feel like parents have to get super involved. So the first one is consumer. That means a customer. So a customer is somebody who goes and buys something. They're called a consumer. We consume it, we buy it. Product. It's something you can hold in your hand. This is a product. I can hold it. The opposite is a service. Those are the two things you can sell. That's where you do work for money. So you might want to mow lawns. That's a service. When people go get their nails done, that's a service. You go to a restaurant, you're getting a product and a service because they're waiting on you, and you're getting the food that you can hold in your hand. Profit is the money made after expenses. So I'll go over that in a little bit more specifically, and I apologize for the glare on the screen, so hope you can read the words okay. But profit is money made after expenses. So you take your total amount of money that you made for your product, and then you subtract the expenses, what was going out to buy it, to make it, and then whatever's left over, that's called your profit. Then expenses, because you're like, well, gosh, what are expenses? That's the cost of business. So expenses are the cost of business. So if you're making soap, your expenses are the cellophane bags, any ribbon that you use, the dyes, the liquid, the mold. You need all of those things. So that would be your expenses. That's your cost of business. Supply, we've talked about supply and demand as well. Supply is how much of a product. So if I go to sell this product and I only have one, but everybody wants it, I don't have a lot of supply. So if everybody wants it, I can charge way more for it. I can be like, okay, well, then the cost is $50. And then people are like, okay, well, I still want to buy it. And then I'll say it's $100. Well, now maybe half of the people want to buy it. But as supply goes down, the demand goes up. Demand is how much consumers want your product or service. So if you have a very streamlined business, selling this nail polish or painting nails, you're probably only going to get most of the women. You might get some men or some boys, but it's mainly going to just be for women, and that means that you can't sell it to everybody. The more people that you can sell your product or service to, the more money you're going to make. So you want to think about that too when you're creating your product or your service. Are you hitting as many people as possible? Like this dry erase marker, it works for kids, it works for adults, it works for boys, girls, men, women. It works for everybody. Everybody can use this. Black too, but then some people may want different colors. So they make them in different colors, right? And then that way it appeals to more and more people. So if you don't like black, you'll still buy red from me. Or if you don't like black and red, you can buy blue. Or maybe you'll buy all three because you want variety. So if you make one thing, you also want to make sure that you're targeting lots of different people. For example, I know somebody is doing bookmarks. So you'll want to make sure that you have bookmarks that maybe have jokes on them for people that like to do funny things. You might want to have Barbie on some for the girls, space for boys and girls, Spider-Man, boys and girls. But if you just make one bookmark with one character or one type of bookmark, you're not applying or you're not appealing to a wide market. They call it a market of consumers. So you want to hit or try to get as many consumers as you can with your product, because then you're going to make a lot of profit. All right, so those are some of your vocab words. Feel free to pause them, write them down if you're confused on them. Normally, if the supply is, let me find that dry erase marker again. If the supply is low, like right now, let's think about it's low, then your demand is high. Or if your demand is high, your supply is low. For example, toilet paper. Right now, there's a huge demand for toilet paper. So the supply is dropping. There's less in the store because it's flying off of the shelves. That also means when you have this, that your cost can go up, because it's like, well, if everybody wants it, then I can charge more and I can see what they're willing to pay for it. On the opposite hand, if your demand is low, then you're probably going to have a high supply, which is the amount of the product. Because not a lot of people want it, you're going to have a lot of it on your shelves. And that also means you're probably going to have to lower your price. So you want to make sure the price of your product is just right, so that way there is a high demand, and that way things are moving off of your shelves. With that being said too, if you are allowed to this summer with your parents, you can go sell this on the street, again, only if the stay-at-home ban is lifted, and also only if your parents are okay with it, because it has to be safety first. So talk to your parents. But gosh, what was I saying? Oh, with supply, you don't want to be like, I have one black marker. If you go to sell it on the streets, you don't have a great supply, do you? Are you going to make a lot of money selling one marker? No. But if I go out of the streets and I have a whole rainbow of markers and I have lots of them, then I'm going to make a lot of money because I can sell more markers. So the goal here is to sell. All right, I'm going to keep that there because I like that for you guys. Again, you can always feel free to pause my videos and start them again. So, but I wanted you guys to be aware of this so you know kind of how supply and demand works. In the video, I want to know, I'll go over profit in a little bit because I want to make sure that you understand exactly what profit is like. Supplies. So in your video, you're going to list your supplies. So let's do bookmarks because I know somebody is working on bookmarks. So you're going to list out your supplies. You're going to say, well, I need paper. And I'll use a colon. That's these two dots. Paper is, let's say, $5 for a big old pack of paper. And then stickers are probably more expensive because you're going to buy probably like Barbie ones and also Sonic the Hedgehogs and space and dogs. So that way you can appeal to everyone. So you're going to buy probably, let's say, $10 in stickers. You might use some paint. That'd be fun. Paint will make $1. And markers. That's $4. And then you also need some, let's use ribbon. Put ribbon on them. Ribbon, we'll say, is $5. So here you're going to list out all of your supplies. So this could change if you have more than one kind of ribbon. Say this is just for one kind, then you need to include it for everything. Some of you guys are making more than one craft. You have to do this for every one of your crafts. So if this is just for bookmarks, then you need to do it for your drawings. If you're doing drawings on canvas and paper, then you have to mark out what is it for the canvas ones and what is it for the marker or the paper ones. So you have to do it for everything. All right, So once you have all of your supplies for your one thing, I know some of you are doing different kinds of soap. So maybe your different soap has different supplies. So your Spider-Man soap is going to be this, and your dog soap is going to be that. You have to do it for every craft you're doing. And if you have different types of crafts, whether they be in size or shape or features, you have to do it for everything. So I hope I stressed that enough. As you know, I want to know what's in here, and I want you to put it in your presentation because I can't read your mind. You have to put it on your paper. You have to show your work and show your thinking. So then once you list out all of your supplies, you're going to find out how much does it, how much money are you going to need for your supplies. So 5 and 10 is 15. 1 and 4 is 5. And then 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 plus 15 is $25. So it's going to cost $25 to make these bookmarks. All right, so now I know that it's going to cost $25 to make bookmarks. Well, how many bookmarks? I don't know. Let's pretend that I can maybe make, I don't know, 25. So I can make 25 bookmarks for $25. 25 divided by 25 is $1. So I know that 20, here, I'll write this out so it's easier. It's a B. So it costs $25 to make 25 bookmarks. You could probably make a lot of bookmarks with that. So I'm going to say it's about 25. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your cost and you're going to divide it by how many you can make. And then that'll be your cost per bookmark. So if you're making bookmarks and it costs you $25 for your supplies, but all these supplies can make 25 bookmarks, 25 divided by 25 is $1. Now, if I want to check my math and make sure that I'm correct, I can do the opposite of division, which is multiplication. So then I'm going to multiply 1 times 25, and that gives me 25. So I know that one bookmark is costing me $1 to make. So what I need to do with that is I need to say, all right, well, if it costs me $1 to make a bookmark, then do I want to charge more than $1 or less than $1 in order to make a profit? You want to charge more because let's just say, so it costs me $1. Let's say I sell it for 50 cents. So I'm spending $1, so I'm minusing $1 from my bank account, but I'm getting in 50 cents. That means I'm negative 50 cents. I'm still out that 50 cents. I'm not making a profit. My expenses are more than the money I'm bringing in. I need the money I'm bringing in to cost more than what is going out. So let's say instead of 50 cents, so it costs me $1 to make each one. And let's say I'm bringing in, actually, you know what? I'll do it a different way so you guys can see. So out goes $1, and let's say I charge $3 for each bookmark. Well, guess what? $3 coming in, but then I had to give $1 out to buy these supplies. I'm making $2 on each bookmark instead of losing 50 cents. So when you have a profit, this is how profit works. So say I sell my bookmarks for $3 and I sell 10 of them. This is $3. 3 times 10 is 30. So I make $30 on my bookmarks. Okay, that's my total money that I made in on these. Well, now you have to take that and you have to subtract out your expenses. Expenses are the cost of running your business. I spent $25 on all these supplies to make that $30. So I need to subtract $25 to find out what my profit is. So I made 30, I spent 25, 0 and 0, 0 minus 0 is 0. I can't do that, so I'm gonna borrow from the 3, 2. The 1 becomes a 10, or the 0 becomes a 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. 2 minus 2 is 0. I have a profit of $5. That is your profit. Profit is the total amount of money minus your expenses, and that is your profit. So I hope this makes sense. This is kind of confusing, I'm sure, but I want to know how much it's going to cost you to make them. And then again, if you have, say you're making bookmarks and it costs you $25, but then you have, I'll erase this bottom part, but then you have drawings that you're doing, and I talk about the total cost in your slideshow. So I know that I'll put BM for bookmarks, costs you $25. But then you're gonna make bracelets, and those are gonna cost you, let's say $3, because you already have all the materials for it. And then you're also gonna make like a little figurine, and that's gonna cost you $4. So 7 plus 25 is $32. It's gonna cost you $32 to make those 3. This is if you have more than one thing. Then when you go out and you sell and you make whatever you decide to price these for, let's say you make $50 total. Awesome. But now you need to subtract your expenses, which this is what it costs to make all of them. So then you're going to subtract 32 from that to see if you made money. If you did not make money, then that is called a loss, and you're negative. You don't want more money going out than what's coming in. You want to make money. So I can't take 2 from 0, so I'm going to borrow. And the 5 becomes a 4, the 0 becomes 10, 10 minus 2 is 8, 4 minus 3 is 1. I've now made $18. So that's what I mean by the total cost in your slideshow, is that if you have multiple items that you're selling, because I know some of you do, whether it's different types of soap, different types of, I can't remember what O&Bs are, but if there's different shapes and different materials, if you have different ones but they all cost the same, then you don't need to do that, okay? And then this is how much you're going to charge. So let's, like I said, if I'm doing bookmarks, I have to charge more than what it costs me. I can't charge less, because then I'm not making any money. The whole point of going into business is that you make money. You can feed your family. You can pay your bills. You don't go into business to lose. So I hope this explains profit and what I'm looking for as far as your presentation goes. You do need to have a name for your business and make your slide presentation easy to follow for the sharks. I wonder, I'm going to go over another example of this just in case you guys are curious, and I don't want to confuse you. I want to make sure that it's making sense. So I'll use Camilla's chocolate cups because I know she's making chocolate cups. So normally if you go into business and you decide to do something like that, like you want to do chocolate cups, then you need to make sure that you are buying a kitchen and you're buying a stove and a fridge and all those things. We're not going to include those because you already have them. So that's great. What she does need to include is everything it costs to make it. So for her, she's going to need some sort of chocolate chips. Let's say to make them, it costs her $10. And then she needs like some sort of mold. And that is $5. And then she needs a bag. And she's gonna use string. $2. And bags are only $1. So again, she's gonna add up all of her expenses. 10 plus 5 is 15, 16, 17, 18. So it's gonna cost her $18. Okay, and let's say she can, out of those 18, just to make it easy, out of this whole amount, she can make 6 cups. So then what she's gonna need to do is she's gonna take 18, the dollar amount, and we're gonna forget about those zeros. 18 divided by 6. Now she knows 18 divided by 6 is 3. You want to check your math, you can multiply because division and subtract, yes, that was right. Division and subtraction are opposites. So each cup is going to cost her $3. And that's probably high. Camilla can probably get out, do it for a lot. She can probably make a lot more with all of this. I'm just trying to give you guys some easy numbers so you can try to start to get the idea of what I'm looking for. So $18 is the cost of her supplies. I took off this part because I wanted to make my math easier. So she can make 6 chocolate cups with all of these supplies. So the cost of all of it, she's going to divide by how many she can make. And then she knows it's going to be $3 to make 1 cup. So if it costs her $3 to make 1 cup, she needs to be, her cost needs to be greater than $3. So she could charge $4. She could charge $5. Now she needs to think about what people will pay. If she goes up and she's like, you know what? I really want to charge people $10. Are people going to pay $10 for a chocolate cup? Maybe not if it's just a chocolate cup, but maybe it's filled with strawberries or a chocolate mousse or something like that. Then the cost would probably go up. People would probably be more likely to buy it for $10. Now, if that's the case, if she's putting something in those cups, then she needs to include that in her cost. I'm just doing it as a plain chocolate cup. You could put milk in it and it turns into chocolate milk. Who knows? So I hope you're seeing that it needs to be higher than the cost per item. So again, let's say Camilla goes out and she sells her cups and she makes $50. But she spent, these are her expenses, she only spent $18. 0 minus 0 is 0. I can't take 8 out of 0. So I look to the tens place. I borrow. 10 minus 8 is 2. 4 minus 1 is 3. She made a profit of $32. That means $50 came in through her sales. $18 went out through her expenses. Okay. She also can't make it, I think I said this enough, I hope I did, that she can't make it too low, just like she can't make her cost too high, because too low means she's spending a lot of money to not bring a lot in. So now I'm going to share the screen with you so you can see the slide presentation that I want you guys to do for your Shark Tank. So this is your business slide that you need to do, and it has your business name. And what I want you to do is the same like I've always wanted to do on all of your slides and all of your presentations, is do the words first and then go in and fill it in with all the fun stuff. I know you guys like to do all the fun stuff, but then you're missing really important pieces. I did send your parents the rubric. It's how I'm going to be grading you on this presentation. So on the first one, you need to put your business name and then your name. And what is your business about? So you're going to tell me what you're selling, what service or product. Logo. I want you to design a logo and try to put it in here. If you can see, there's some Legos at the bottom. Logos. I was looking at Lego and said logo, but you can kind of see that when you see that image, that design, that drawing, it sparks in you exactly what that business is. One that's missing from that is like the golden arches. Everybody knows that's McDonald's. And when you see that, you want to buy McDonald's. A slogan is a short, catchy phrase. Let's see, Hot Tot slogan that we learned about in class was style from the start. Really cute. McDonald's, I'm loving it. One I think of all the time is Arby's. We have the meats. It gets people in. It lets people know what you have, and it's catchy. Supplies. This is where I talked about your supplies. What will you need? You're going to need to list them all out. Again, if you have different products, you're selling multiple things, you need to list them all here. Only, even if you just have one prototype of one of your products, you're going to have to list out everything for your potential products. Pricing. How much will each supply cost? Total cost. What is the total cost to make each item? So again, if you have multiple products, you're going to have to list it. But the total cost to make each item, it's $18 total. But then if she can make 6 of them, it's $3 for each cup. Again, that's just an example. I don't know how accurate that is. What will you charge for each item? If each cup costs $3 to make, she needs to sell it for more than $3 in order to earn a profit. So it's going to be $4, $5. It could be $3.50. And then she's making 50 cents on each cup. Profit. What will your profit be for each item sold? Take the price you will charge and subtract the cost to make. This will equal your profit. For example, if I sell each bracelet for 50 cents, but it costs me 20 cents to make each bracelet, subtract 50 minus 20 equals 30. My profit per bracelet will be 30 cents. If I sell 20 bracelets, I multiply 20 by 30 and you get $6. So that is what I'm looking for in that presentation. When you come into the Shark Tank, what I want you to do is I want you to speak clearly. I want you to practice with your parents, and I want you to come in and say, hello, my name is Randy Flam, and I am here to share my business with you. It is called Randy's Rad Nails. I will paint nails for all types of people. I can come to your home. I can have a salon open, whatever it may be. Then you're going to walk through your presentation on that first page, and you're going to share each part of your business plan. Then you're going to get feedback from the sharks, and you are going to be graded on how well you respond to that feedback. They're not going to be mean or nasty or anything like that, but if you come in and you're like, I'm going to sell my product for $300, and they're going to be like, well, then you might be able to get one customer, but let's make your, cost a little bit lower. Or if you come in and you're like, I want to have a business of nail painting, but I'm calling it Susie's Socks. Your name doesn't match your product. Your name, your business name needs to kind of give some idea about the product that you're selling. So I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions on project, please don't be afraid to shout out to me. I will post this video online for you guys, and I'll see you at our Zoom on Tuesday. Love you. Bye.